deportations. So anyway, so as you can see, Dr. Phil has been crashing out along with others. And I'm going to let you guys watch Selena as she crashes out over deportations. And we're getting ready to get out of here. I got like 2 more little pieces right there. 2 more little pieces. Here we go. All right, I see y'all. Get the likes up, got the subscribes up. Appreciate y'all. Sorry, I didn't mean to come down on you like that. Pause. I came down a little hard. Pause. Okay? But it came from the heart. It came from the heart. Because I want y'all to come back. And I got to make sure you come back by liking and subscribing to the channel. That's how you get the notification. Okay? So let's see what Selena had to say. Everybody's been talking about this. So for those of you who've seen it, you get a chance to enjoy it again. For those who haven't seen it, there you go.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
I need closed captions on this shit. First of all, I'm just going to take it to the left first, and I'm going to bring it right back. But sometimes when certain women cry, that shit be funny. I'm just being, like, you ever had a lady, like, you ever had, like, a girlfriend, or, and, hey, thanks, Lori, thanks for tuning in. Elijah, thanks for tuning in. Everybody, thanks for tuning in, man. I'm loving the great positive feedback. That's why we're here. But you ever had a girlfriend that cry funny? Like, you don't want to make her cry, not because you want to spare her feelings, but like when she cries, she be like, like something stupid like that, right? You know what I'm saying? And you just be like, I'm not even gonna piss her off, because if she start crying, and then if you start laughing, now you're in more trouble. It even makes the cries worse. And I unfortunately have had to deal with that in a past life, so I understand that it can be a lot. But Selena Gomez was very upset about deportation, and it's because of the cinema. They're showing ICE going up into schools, and come to find out, the reason why ICE went into this one particular school is because there was a threat that there was an explosive device there, and it was the Secret Service. It wasn't even ICE. Now, I had a problem with that, because I'm wondering, well, why the hell is the Secret Service showing up? Like, where's the bomb squad? You know what I'm saying? Where's the local folks? Why is the Secret Service showing up to an elementary school for anything? That made me a little uncomfortable, other than deportation. But that's just me. Nobody asks those questions. We just ask, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I wish I could do something. Yo, come on. Come on, Selena. Go sing a song. That's the best you can do. You ain't gonna stop Tom Holman and all them crazy people. They doing a job right now. People got a paycheck, right? They got a paycheck they need to get done every 2 weeks. And those people are called ICE officers. And somebody told them, this is what you're going to have to do to get that paycheck this week. So, hold on. I got 2 more. Hold on. Oh, so of course the internet, which is always going to be undefeated, once they saw what Selena was doing, people started putting up, their own version of it. And I'm sure that my crying that I just did, I'm going to cut that into a short. It's going to be something. So thank you guys in advance for liking that short when it comes up on your feed. But basically, she did her thing, and then people came back with these funny ass, like, parodies of it. So, yeah, she could have made a song about it. I think that would have been a smarter idea. Selena should have made a song about it, and then, like, took the proceeds and donated it to something. I don't know. Getting some food for them. I don't know. Maybe getting them some regular flights instead of being on the back of cargo planes. Like, what better way to not make a person feel like cattle than put them on the back of a cargo plane? Like, when you sitting there with the straps flapping on the side, with the door open in the back, like this suicide door situation. That's just crazy, man. But anyway, I'll let you see these couple of things that the internet decided to do. And then we're getting ready to get out of here because I am almost out of time. Hold on.
She expected, with the backlash forcing her to swiftly take it down. Online commentators went one step further, ridiculing the video by making parody versions featuring a dancing Trump that quickly went viral.
Is that Zelensky? No.
Another version featured the song Ice Ice Baby, also went viral.
That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Yo, I'm sorry. If you're laughing, that's cool.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance.
Yo.
Speaker that booms, I'm killing your brain like a poison.
Yo.
So made a mockery of the video
listen to this one.
with this hilarious take.
Guys, I'm sorry, but all my people are getting attacked. All of the innocent rapists and murderers and criminals and drug dealers are getting rounded up. It's just
Yeah, that's wrong.
out of this country like they're objects. I'm sorry.
But laughter quickly turned to
Yo,
anger for
that
many
was funny.
commentators who blasted Selena Gomez for her tears whilst enjoying a luxurious Hollywood lifestyle.
True.
This commentator said, Selena Gomez's incredible property portfolio. After weeping like a baby at Trump's deportations, many have suggested the billionaire pop star open up her property portfolio to illegal aliens.
Yo.
From Beverly Hills to Fort Worth, there is
They said, you want them, put them up in them big 4 houses you got, and then we can talk. That's how they treated Selena. Selena, don't do that to Selena. She looks so hurt. She looks so hurt. And then the internet has no mercy. I feel like she really was crying. Like, you know, they're actors and stuff like that, but I feel like she really was feeling upset. And then instead of people saying, oh, Selena, they said, man, meme that bitch. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I did mean to say it, but I didn't mean to put the B word at the end because I don't know Selena to be such a thing personally. So I can't call her that. I've heard that she is, but I can't personally call her that. But if I ever find out personally, I will call her that and have no problem standing 10 toes down.
quite a selection to choose from.
So anyway, let me finish this little piece of the
Commentators
story.
also put Gomez's video side by side with a montage of women murdered by illegals and
That's
slamming her
tough.
for her lack of sympathy for the victims of those horrendous crimes.
See, that's the
Pop star
slippery
was also
slope.
slammed for dramatizing the situation by calling Mexicans her people, despite being born in Texas. Commentator
She's born in
Charlie Kirk
Texas.
agreed, saying, "My people? Aren't you American?" Where was the sobbing over the 100,000 Americans dead from fentanyl poisoning?
Ooh.
Where were the tears over the 340,000 children who went missing after being trafficked over our border? Why wasn't there a breakdown for Rachel Nungery, Rachel Morin, or Laken Riley?
Boy, they
I guess
that's
those
Charlie Kirk.
Americans
Charlie
weren't
Kirk
your
funny, but he
people.
be scorching sometimes.
Selena Gomez's video also made it to the mainstream media with host Piers Morgan slamming her for her performance, calling her narcissistic.
You know what? They called Selena Gomez narcissistic, and if you know what narcissistic means, they might be right. The woman was born in Texas, which is, you know, a border state, so you might feel like you're close to something. But she's a 100% American citizen with no possibility of being rounded up right now. Now, they might round her up for that dumbass video. And just because of that. Like, oh, you want to be with them? That's your people? That's your people now? Whatever. Now, like I said previous to anybody that doesn't know the purge of the BS, we've been talking about this for months. And we said mass deportation would be a mess. Okay? So for those of you that are sensitive we knew about what they call collateral damage, and the federal government, and this is for the Eye of the Nation dropping that comment there. And stop using so many caps. You look goofy doing that. And the main thing is what we have to understand is the bargaining chip that they're using right now. And we need to focus on that. The bargaining chip is the jails and prisons, which are privately owned, that will not release illegal criminal migrants because they know that that is a very significant portion of their workforce, okay? That's where the problem is. So now it's spread out into the communities because now they're like, well, if you won't let us go into jails, then we're going to go over here. And that's a negotiation tactic. That's just the cinema. But the truth of the matter is what we need to be focused on is why won't the jails let them go? And we need to have that conversation. So I appreciate your comment, but I want to move to the conversation because that's where the results happen, okay? So understand, them private prisons don't want to get rid of illegal migrants because they need them to do stuff. So until they lock up enough niggas, they got to be careful about their prison populations, okay? So, and that's a good point. If you feel something, then you're an empath. You're not a narcissist. The narcissistic piece that they were talking about with Selena was identifying the people as her people per se. When we're talking about illegal migrants, to which she is not, okay? That would be like me identifying that as my people. I'm not an illegal migrant per se. I'm a product of chattel slavery on one side and Native Americans who was already here on the other side. So if we want to talk about illegal migration, then basically everybody but the damn Native Americans got to go. But we already know that's not going to happen either. So let's just stick with what we got, okay? All right. So nonetheless, let me see what this last piece is, because I want y'all to understand that she is not crying for American citizens who have 1,000 trillion different things going on that are affecting them, their kids, their families, their work, their houses. She ain't crying for them. And when I say them, I mean us. She ain't crying for us. She don't give a damn about me. Nothing she was talking about got nothing to do with me at all. Don't help me at all. Other than what may happen with the prison population being the ones that make my cigarettes. But other than that, it doesn't bother me, okay? What I don't want to see is some kids get hurt, which I haven't seen. I haven't seen nobody beat up a child or anything like that. Not like them cages and shit I saw when Obama was in office, and I was fine with that. See what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna let this mainstream media bullshit incite me. I'm far too strong of a mind, and so should everyone that is in the chat be, that we just look at it for what it is. It's just cinema. They want the weak-minded to get incited, and that's why wild shit be happening, because some people's brain ain't around it correctly, and so they're like, I got to kill the president. No, you don't. You don't have to do any of that. You got to get your shit together is what you need to do. And I'm not talking to anybody in my chat. I'm saying people out there that think they need to do some crazy violent act to make a change to America. That is not how you do it. At best, you end up shot dead by the police or end up in one of these prisons with a bunch of illegals they don't want to let go. And don't get it twisted. They're going to get to that. All it's going to take is one bad situation with a kid at a school or a church, and they say, why you do that? And everybody says, well, it's because we can't go into prisons. And then we take all of this anger that people have and we put it into the fact that they can't go into the jails and focus that shit that way. But nobody's even saying nothing about that. They just mad that they went into school, not mad at the reason why they had to go in the first place. Let's keep our minds about us, people. That's why they're doing that. That's why they keep mentioning it. Tom Holman keeps saying, well, if we could go into the jails, we go to the jails. He's saying that because he wants y'all to be upset about that. Ain't nobody saying shit about that. Quiet as crickets over there. Well, crickets ain't really quiet, but you know what I'm saying. Quiet as hell about that. Ain't nobody saying, hey, local jail that has illegals, why won't you let Tom Holman come get these people? Ain't nobody said shit. So you can miss me with the bullshit about them going into a school when the reason why they're doing it is because we're not talking about the places they supposed to be going to get them that they can't go get them. Let them people do their job, folks, especially the jail folks. You'll find some new people to put in prison, I promise. But for right now, they got a job to do, and you're deferring them from doing that job and pushing them into spaces that most American people are not comfortable with, and that's churches and schools and stuff. And if they have a job to do, and the only way they can do it, or at least they think they can do it, is to go into those places, and they have a federal mandate saying they can do it, then guess what they're going to do? They're going to go into those places. And us being mad that they're going into those places won't stop it because it's a federal mandate. So what we need is a federal mandate to say that y'all private prisons need to ante up, kick out them folks, okay? Ante up. I know y'all don't want to get rid of your labor force. I know it. They be on construction sites. Don't get it twisted. Them guys that be with them vests on are not all free men or women, depending. Some of them are coming from the prison population. And they have day, like day work that they do, where they have like a day program where they go out and work and they come back to the jail and they only make $1.50 a day or some low ass wage, but they're still in prison. That's who's missing out. Ain't nobody talking about that. Of course somebody's going to build a house if we get rid of illegal migrants. Yes. Somebody will take that job. I know 3 contractors right now that would do a job and build a house. That's easy money. The problem is what they're paying them folks is too little for American people because we can't live off that shit. And we know better. And we know we got rights to not do that. Okay? So what they're doing is they're trying to keep their low wage system, which requires a group of people that will work at that wage. And that's why private prisons were never a good idea. You see how that works now, right? Private prisons were never a good idea. Because who the hell are you to tell the federal government they can't have this motherfucker? You see what I'm saying? Who are you to tell the federal government that they can't have this child molester over here? That they can't have this attempted murderer right here? Who are you to think that you could tell the federal government, you know who you are? You're a private business that has lobbyists and you put some money up so they can't do that shit. And that's what we're seeing right now. Because to me, I'm like, well, if they can walk into school, why can't they walk into jail? It should be easier to go into jail. Nope. Because the jails are private. Private corporations getting their money. And yeah, they want to say who's going to carve your fruits. Don't get it twisted, man. Give this shit a few years. All that shit will be automated anyway. Picking fruit, carving it, whatever. All of it will have a robot that goes down the rows, picks, and a lot of places already have that shit. So guess what they do? They take the federal money that they were throwing into those immigration programs and all that food and housing and stuff. They turn it into a bunch of federal funds for businesses, farming businesses, to give them automation to take care of the population that they're losing. And they have automated things coming down the roads, picking tomatoes and all that kind of stuff, processing them and everything. All that shit's going to be AI, man. So don't worry about who's going to do the job. Worry about whether or not you understand that if you don't have a fucking skill in the next couple of years, you will be AI'd the hell out. If your thing that you do can be automated, they're going to find a way to do it. Look at all the different AI that they got right now. So you better have a skill. That's all I'm saying. So ain't nobody worried about no oranges and apples and shit. And I'm not going to justify keeping illegal people around because we need the damn produce section to be filled up. That sounds goofy to me. Just get somebody else to do the job. Get some fucking teenagers to do it. They need to get off their ass and stop playing video games. And pay them a standard wage. Minimum wage like we used to have when I was a teenager. You ain't got to give them $30 an hour. Give them minimum damn wage and let them work them jobs. And they'll quit every 6 months like we used to do when we were teenagers. But let them have the experience. That's who it's for. Let the guys in the prison who can't get a damn skill work on a farm during the day and learn some cultivation or something like that that they can take with them when they get out of the jail. Let's do that with these jobs that we're talking about, these black jobs or whatever we want to call them. You're not going to tell me that the only option we have is illegal slave labor. The damn country figured that that wasn't our only option 400 years ago or 250 years ago. So we're not going with that. So miss me with that idea that we have to have people here illegally in order to get fruit. Fruit existed a long time ago. It grows on trees, man. So let's get past that. But I got to close this out because I got shit to do. Y'all know how I am. I got shit to do. Because there's a lot of shit to do. And since Selena was so upset about the way that the migrants were being treated and being deported, I just wanted to show you that at least Colombia is sending people, well, not sending people, but sending a plane. Basically, their version of like Air Force One comes and picks up their migrants. So I just wanted to let you guys see that story for anybody that's worried about the treatment that's going on right now when you're not worried about how people are being treated in these prison and jail systems. Every day. And then they come out uneducated, stuck in the community, can't work, and we worrying about somebody that ain't supposed to be here in the first damn place. You know what? Miss me with that shit.
Deported migrant. Hello
Somebody
and
say
thank you
nothing.
for joining us tonight at 11 o'clock. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
It's good to be with you. I am Wale Aliyu. The U.S. and Colombia pulling away from the brink of a tariff war. This comes after President Donald Trump threatened tariffs and sanctions on Colombia for initially refusing to accept military flights.
Rounded them up like cattle
over the weekend.
ABC
That's
10
not
News
nice.
reporter Laura Acevedo was
But it
breaking
is
down
necessary.
the situation as the U.S. and Colombia make a deal on a deportation flight.
Well, Kimberly and
See,
Wale,
they make a deal. They're being nice, y'all.
Miramar just
Hey, Tamara, I'll see you on the next one. We're going to talk after
and
this.
Roughly 5 minutes before that touchdown, we saw Border Patrol vans escort 2 buses onto the base. After a weekend of
Two
back
buses,
and forth,
nice
a
buses,
Colombian
too.
Air Force plane landing at MCAS Miramar to pick up 110 deportees. The Colombian government announcing their plans to pick up their citizens on X, sharing these pictures of the crew before takeoff. A CBP spokesperson confirming the plane was expected to land at Miramar Monday evening, and that those being deported were CBP detainees, all Colombian nationals. The spokesperson says all of them were apprehended by CBP agents and officers, primarily Border Patrol, adding most had crossed the border illegally. The diplomatic showdown started.
I think there may be a misconception. I do have, and we do here at the Purge the BS, we do have sympathy for people. What I'm gonna show you, and what I'm talking about, just me personally, I'm talking about the people in the damn jail. So if you don't want to have that conversation, then it is, like I said, this is a result of that piece. So if we can't talk about that piece, then we can't get into who's getting picked up if the people that folks said were going to be picked up first are unavailable. So if we're going to have a conversation, it needs to be about that, not about immigrants. I know they deserve due process and so on. Yeah, I get that. But this problem has been developing, and it's a mess trying to clean up a mess. It's not supposed to be pretty. It's not supposed to be fucking JetBlue flights and in-flight movies and shit. It's supposed to be a quick thing. And what they haven't shown is these immigrants being locked up in jail. They've shown them being picked up and shipped out. Not having to sit for 6 months in somebody's shitty-ass jail doing a shitty-ass job, being treated like shit, which is what you seem to be worried about. So what's the option? They're either flying on a plane or they're sitting them in a jail. And I personally would not want anybody to be sitting in no jail. Jail sucks. So you can have it the way you want. I get it. But I'm just going to be honest. On this channel, we purge the bullshit. And the bullshit is that the real conversations that should be being had aren't being had. Meanwhile, we're over here up in arms about them removing people who aren't supposed to be here. Removing illegal migrants, not legal migrants, but illegal ones. Now, if you start removing legal migrants, then yeah, you'd have to remove pretty much everybody in the damn country with the exception of Native Americans. And that's only because we're not 100% sure if they didn't come from somewhere else before Christopher Columbus and them got the hell over here. But that shit sounds dumb when you talk about it like that. So we're not going to talk about that because that's not going to happen. You see what I'm saying? So we don't have to waste time on that. What we do need to talk about is why Colombia thinks they can tell people that they don't want to take them back if they ain't supposed to be over here. So
started early Sunday morning when Colombia blocked two
thanks for the
U.S.
super
military
chat,
flights
Tamara.
carrying
Appreciate that. And make
undocumented
sure if anybody wants
immigrants
to
from
subscribe
landing
to
in
the
the
channel,
country as the
contribute to the
flights were
channel,
already in the
we definitely
air.
need the help over
Colombia's
here.
President
Keep the
Gustavo
lights on,
Petro
man.
saying on X Sunday he returned the planes because he says a migrant is not a criminal, adding they should be treated with dignity. Within hours, President Trump promising to impose 25% tariffs on Colombian
He said it.
imports and visa sanctions. By Sunday evening, the White House saying Colombia's president had agreed to Trump's terms.
There's a new sheriff in town, and the sheriff is fond of tariffs, shall we say.
Ron B. is
The
an
tariff
expert
sheriff.
on international
That's a good one for Trump.
relations, who
The
says
tariff
having
sheriff.
a country send a plane to come pick up their own nationals is unheard of. He thinks this weekend's back and forth sets a precedent for other countries.
Well, he's sending a message to other countries saying, well, look, we're serious about this to the point where we will use our economic leverage to make sure it happens.
President Trump standing down on tariffs for now, but keeping visa sanctions in place until the first plane of deportees arrives back in Colombia.
Now, I did reach out to MCAS Miramar to find out more about the plane's arrival, but so far haven't heard back.
And we'll
There's
let
still
it be
no
what it
word
is.
on when that plane will head back to Colombia.
So the plane is here, but it hasn't left? Is that what she's saying? This was 10 hours ago. So you got a plane here with people on it. You ever been stuck on the damn runway? These niggas been on the runway for like 10 hours. Waiting. What are they waiting for? Traffic control to say that they're cleared to take off? Gotta go, gotta go. No need to sit on the runway if you're in the plane. Gotta go, gotta go. I'm just saying. Gotta go. Got to go. You got to go if it's that situation. But anyway, guys, it's been a wonderful, wonderful purge today. I would like to thank everybody that jumped on in here and has decided to subscribe to the channel. Everybody that's doing super chats. We're just really getting started. I can't really get the damn store working all the time. There's a lot going on in the background, but the fact that you're here means that we can have the conversation, which is really what this whole channel is about. We got to purge the BS so we can get to the RS, if you know what I'm saying, okay? See, they got military planes. They got military planes to do this, and if the military wasn't busy with other stuff, hey, why not have the military fly them down there? As long as there's no violence and we don't start having people shooting at each other and all that kind of stuff. I think if they get this process right, give it 6 months, it'll be something that we're really not as concerned about. I think this first part was really for Trump to show people that he meant business. And as things taper off, I think things will get better. But I am the papa of purge. Some people will call